What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense, and today we kind of have to have a talk because who knew Diddy had fans, and they're not exactly pleased with your boy. So, like the video as the intro plays because we got a lot to get into. Which one should we do? Let's try this one.
I was listening to Make It Make Sense. Shout out to Make It Make Sense. Thank you.
Make sense to me intellectual.
Sense Mims, who a lot of people have been asking to be on the show.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. Made sense.
Make it make sense. You know what was up.
Oh my God. Big Mims.
Surfer.
Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dream. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dream. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work.
Right here. This is my wife right here. See what I'm saying? This is what I do. That's what I like. He came in here want to act like he was all hard and manly. You come in here acting hard, we gonna see how hard you is.
Okay, guys, I want to start here. So I told you guys I was giving you an exclusive and that what I was going to tell you on Tuesday had not hit the news yet. And it did not hit the news until yesterday evening. So if you were here with me and you watched my video where I told you it was exclusive, that was the first time anybody on any news media outlet, whether it would be a blog, whether it's an Instagram blog, whether it's CNN, Fox, nobody actually told you guys that Lil Rod had listed Yung Miami as a sex worker. So when I tell you it's exclusive, sometimes it is. And shout out to the content creators who did give me credit for that. I didn't even know anything about it. People started sending me clips where people had credited me. I really appreciate it. I always credit everybody. But yeah, y'all, we talked about this on Tuesday. Lil Rod claimed she was a sex worker, and it has really kind of like taken over. Although I knew about what Lil Rod had said about her, I chose not to title my video that way. There's certain things you can do as a YouTuber that's more like salacious. I didn't want to title my video like that. I knew we were going to discuss it, but I didn't just want to, Anyway, but it says social users react to claims that Yung Miami was Diddy's worker and does coke and transported it on a private jet for him in trafficking lawsuit. Sex workers receive payment via wire transfer. Damn Diddy court documents out. Yung Miami be doing coke with him, acting like she innocent. Y'all, sex work is like the oldest profession. So am I surprised? No. Shout out to Rodney because he was talking about it. He was like, technically, we now call this a city girl. And you can wrap everything how you want it in a bow. Somebody said 50 been quiet. Nope, we're about to get to that. You can wrap it how you want it in a bow. It is what it is. If you're paid for that, then you're paid for that. It's neither here nor there. But it's the oldest profession. So I'm not personally surprised. She got a lot out of it. I think she got like a Maybach truck. We now know she was getting paid by wire transfers every month, allegedly. We know that she got her show on Revolt, which won awards first season. While things were good, she was really advancing the city girl. But now, y'all, the city girls are down bad. The city girl, there's always a pendulum that swings the other way. And now the city girls are down real bad. She used to go with Diddy real bad. Now the city girls are down real bad. I actually like the city girls. Maybe whenever JT comes around, I'll get a ticket to her concert. I don't look down on anybody. And it's two adults doing what, they chose to do. People have those transactions every day. but people aren't technically really ready for those kind of conversations. Just saying. Anyway, yeah, so Carisha, she's been real quiet. Every now and then she'll respond to a fan that says, I'm here. But other than that, she's been putting out her music. JT is also putting out her music. She doesn't seem to be bothered. She told us what she was about. She didn't lie. When somebody puts it out there, you can't exactly be mad. But anyway, Rodney said last night on his live, some of your mamas did it. Anyway, somebody said 50 Cent been real quiet. No. So ever since word got out, 50's been trolling his baby mama. It says 50 Cent reacts to his baby mama Daphne Joy being named as one of Diddy's sex workers in the latest lawsuit. 50 Cent, I didn't know you was a sex worker. You little sex worker, LOL. Yo, this is a movie. Now, people want to speculate that that's pretty much why 50 Cent is having a real issue with P. Diddy. I don't think that's the issue per se. I don't know that he cares about Daphne Joy. I don't know what situation him and Daphne Joy were in. Some of y'all mamas still doing it. Okay, them yams going to jail. Real quick. So last night I heard that the issue that people have with these RICO cases and get involved in it is you could be the lowest member or the highest member and still get charged the same way. Next time I get Dimitri on, I'll ask him about that. But technically, if you are wrapped into this, you can be charged as the head. I mean, charged just like the person who's making millions of dollars. You could just be the basic person on the street peddling $10 or, dime sacks. But I didn't even know that. So I expect that people who are named in this suit, if this continues to get legs and momentum, they will be coming forward and talking, because nobody wants to be charged as the head when you're not really making any money. Y'all remember what Toure said yesterday? He was trying, allegedly, to get male interns to come sleep with him. And if they didn't, then you're no longer an intern. But really think about that, y'all. Interns aren't really paid. So this was for free, allegedly. Let me go ahead and put my banner up before I get in trouble. Again, I get in trouble all the time. And 50 Cent has also said that he's going to be seeking custody of his child of these allegations about his baby mama. Now, y'all, I don't think he's wrong for that. In my opinion, I don't think he's wrong for it. Y'all can, put in the comment section if he's going a little bit far. I personally don't. If your child is with somebody who is in and around Diddy space, he probably does not want his child around Diddy. It says 50 Cent is reportedly seeking full custody of his and Daphne's son's Joy after she was named as a sex worker in Diddy's lawsuit. It says, we reported that 50 Cent's baby mama, blah, blah, blah. 50 Cent's wasted no time trolling his baby mama online after making the discovery. However, it looks like he may have serious concerns because, according to US Weekly, he is now allegedly seeking full custody of their son, Sire. Given the latest developments and news of Daphne Joy's involvement in the Diddy lawsuit, 50 is going for sole custody of his son. A source close to the situation told Us Weekly Thursday. Now, y'all, that's breaking news. But let me tell you what this means. If they go to court and she contests it, then he can do discovery, which will pull up all of the records, all of the wires. They can go through all of the text messages. 50 Cent is no dummy. He's no dummy, and he has the money to do it, and he's really ready and willing to embarrass Diddy at all costs.
That's some hot tea.
That's what 50 was doing at home.
That's some hot tea.
Every time he opens up the shade room.
That's some hot tea.
Every time he adds something to his documentary.
That's some hot tea.
Daphne Joy is sitting at home like.
So now why am I in it? And you could have did it.
See, I get wrong because you never apologized.
And Lil Rod is sitting at home.
Receipts? Do I need to bring the receipt, baby girl? Because I got receipts.
Okay. Let me stop. Okay. So let's get into the Trey Songz. We got a full show today. Before we get into his latest accusation, let me remind you what Trey Songz has been accused of. Let me take them yams going to jail off the screen. Oh, Dynamite's things for you. Thank you for becoming a new member. Lady Love Jazz, thank you for becoming a new member. Happy says, you've got us Mims on lock. Mims are loyal to the channel. Hit that like button, people, and subscribe. Thank you so much, Happy. I appreciate that very, very generous super chat. You guys, I never say you have to support the channel, but when you do, I'm extremely grateful. Thank you. C Sky 720 says, finally caught alive. Thanks for this consistent content, Mims. Thank you guys for being here and choosing to spend time with me. Hey, Mrs. Parker says 50 beef with Diddy and Murder Inc. goes back to 50 trying to get a deal on East Coast. That's why he landed at Aftermath. Okay, so in addition to that, Ms. Parker, if you guys have been following my channel, I told you that 50's good friend was on that list of people in Diddy's orbit who unexpectedly passed away. And Diddy, if you've been following the channel, told us that he thought it was strange that the woman that he was at a wedding for that man and his new wife, and he knew that the new wife had relations with Diddy. So that just adds a whole nother element. Y'all, maybe I'll try to link that video at the end of this one. But if you wait, let me show you guys, because a lot of you guys are new to the channel. I did a video on Diddy. Let's see. Go to my channel. I'll show you guys if you want to check it out after. It was called. Wait, damn, where is it? Okay, here we go. It was basically everybody. It was like, oh, here you go. Surviving Diddy. Everyone around Diddy who passed away mysteriously. It's from 3 months ago. Is this one with him in black and white? Check that out. It goes into detail about 50 Cent's friend who married a woman who Diddy was with. And equal rights for all. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate you. But let's get back into it. So Trey Songz, everybody or all of his accusations. It says, in the same vein as R. Kelly, R&B singer and rapper Songz is known for putting out songs that prop him up as some kind of exonerable sex god, as in I Invented Sex, Neighbors Know My Name. While Gonzalez's initial accusation didn't offer details or a personal account, it sparked waves of support and outrage on Twitter, drawing attention to Songz' long history of assault allegations and the ways in which women have come forward to share their stories. So we got 2012. He allegedly struck a woman in the face at a strip club. He gave her a black eye, hit her with the wad of cash. He was arrested, settled out of court. In 2016, Songz pleaded to 2 misdemeanor counts for punching a Detroit police sergeant after a concert and throwing a microphone that injured a cameraman. Songz was sentenced to 18 months of probation and was required to attend anger management. Later, the cameraman filed a lawsuit against him. Songz reportedly punched a police officer at a Kansas City Chiefs game, leading to another arrest. That same year, he was sued for punching a bartender at a Cardi B concert. 2017, Keke Palmer accused Songz of sexually intimidating her to appear in a music video, which Song denied. That was the time that we heard Keke hid in that closet. Let's see. Andrea Barella alleged Songz choked her at his LA home in 2018. He was arrested for that and for a felony domestic violence against a woman. She alleged that Songz choked her, punched her in the face, and knocked her down, and she expressed hopes that Songz would get help for his violent tendencies. Although I'm not your first victim, she said in the press, I'd like to be your last. Songz denied her account, saying he'd been lied on and falsely accused for someone's personal gain. And that's kind of what I've been getting. A lot of people feel like they keep telling me it's just things that a 304 do, which really just means hoe, right? They keep saying that it's the hoe's fault. So everybody around you is lying if you are around somebody with money. No wealthy person, no well-known person actually does these things. It's all the hoe, right? And if I got a Trey Songz fan in here or some Trey Songz fan and you feel like, you want to speak up, definitely do it. I'm just not in. I go based on what's in front of me. You have these accusations. If the accusations are false, you take it to court. I don't believe that everything that everybody says is true. However, in the same vein, if multiple people are coming out saying this, then it's something to look at. But again, Trey Songz has a lot of fans. They were eating me up, basically saying, because I made a comment, like a flippant comment, like, Trey Songz isn't really getting a lot of attention because he hasn't really had a career since 2012. They didn't like that. So then you got to ask the question, why don't you like that? What about him being an artist what about an artist gives them the ability to do something allegedly horrible and get away with it just because you like their music? So I'm gonna actually show you guys that when we get into it. Let's finish though. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. 2018, Jahara Jeffries accused Songz of attempting to digitally penetrate her at a Miami nightclub. Let's see. He said, I unequivocally denounce the allegations pled in defendant Songz' motion, which is desperate attempt to shift the narrative from his abhorrent, egregious behavior. The allegations against Songz didn't gain much public traction until a white Instagram model accused him of refusing to let her and her friends leave his house. In 2018, the Breakfast Club, a Las Vegas assault investigation into Songz was opened in 2021 and dropped a year later. 2022, Dylan Gonzalez revealed that she experienced unbearable PTSD from Songz allegedly R-wording her at a Las Vegas hotel. WNBA player Dylan Gonzalez shared her support for fellow survivors and shared details of her alleged assault by Songz in January of 2022. With what seems like an endlessly reoccurring news of the alleged assaults committed by Trey Songz, I am forced to repeatedly relive in my mind and suffer anew the long-suppressed horror and unbearable PTSD of my R-word by his very hands at a well-known Las Vegas hotel. She also encouraged other victims to step forward. In 2016, an anonymous woman said Songz took advantage of her from the back. An anonymous woman filed a civil lawsuit against Songz accusing him of taking advantage of her from the back at a house party in Los Angeles in 2016. Megan Johnson alleged Songz assaulted her at a party in Connecticut in 2013. An anonymous bowling alley worker in New York accused Songz of physically attacking her in the bathroom. 2 women have alleged they passed out at Songz' house and woke up to non-consensual acts. So those are the allegations, y'all. So when I'm in the shade room and, well, let's hear what Winter had to say. Now, Winter is a former bad girl. I feel like her season was the season that really brought the Bad Girls franchise down. Soon after her season, the show ended. People didn't like the bullying. But this is what Winter had to say.
Trey Songz for years, and he never did anything to me either. And then one day he did. And he put his hands on me, and I never talked about it. This is the first time I've ever talked about this publicly. I really don't give a fuck anymore. He put his hands on me, scared the fuck out of me, and I never said anything. I never went to the police. I never answered the lawyers' calls when they was calling. I never tried to get some money out of it, because at the time it was girls.
Now here you go. She's not the sharpest tool in the shed. However, she didn't even realize she gave us a context clue. If lawyers are trying to reach out to this girl to get her in connection with the other people who are alleging assault, and Winter at that time probably would have been the most visible, considering she was on the Bad Girls, whether she texted somebody after it happened, whether she talked to a therapist after it happened, that little tidbit was a detail letting you know that she told somebody. Enough people knew that he did this to her allegedly that he was willing, or that the attorney for somebody else reached out to her to get involved in the suit. Y'all, people be telling us the stuff, and sometimes we just have to kind of listen to what they're saying and read between the lines. She didn't even realize she gave us a clue there. Let's see.
Settling for $100,000, $200,000, and I never did it. In 2020, I had, when that girl came out saying that he raped her, I had her lawyer like reach out to me and was like, we're getting this stuff together, and like, we want you to be a part of it. And I was like, I can't be a part of it. But like, now kind of where I am in my life is like, I'm tired of letting abusers get away with so much shit. Like, it's old as
when did that happen?
2018.
2018.
I can't, never talked about it. And I remember I was like, not ever going to talk about it, because I was still trying to do music.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't want this to affect my career.
Yeah. Which a lot of women have to deal with. And like, even when we've seen the documentary, it's just like, I don't want speaking out about this to affect my career negatively, which is very unfair.
And I think the general consensus based on who she is people would not have necessarily believed a bad girl. When a bad girl does something, people aren't typically up in arms unless it's like a beloved one. And that's got to change too. But this is what I said, and people are up in arms. I said Trey's allegations aren't getting much attention because his career ended in 2012. His accusers deserve justice too. And people said, how did a career end in 2012, but that mother effer is still booking shows and performing? I said, serious question. Now I'm trying to be nice. Serious question. What was the last song that got radio play? In the meantime, somebody's like, here you go again, finding black men get tore down by these these hoes. Funny. Let me see. So the person responded to me, MF, I'm going by what you just said. If his career was over, he wouldn't be booking shows. Come on, use your brain. So clearly people don't care about his allegations. If so, he would still be performing. So my response to this person was, you're not a very cerebral person. However, I'll be respectful because your name indicates that you are an advocate for children. It is not realistic to believe that every person will turn against him, similar to R. Kelly. Hence the reason he is still able to tour. An artist wants to be on the radio and chart, and he no longer does that. So in terms of having a successful career in the business, that ship sailed. And then they kind of understood what I was saying after that. People arguing 2016, he had a major hit. He's going to be with Keisha Cole's. Somebody said women have been caught blatantly lying on this man before. Why wouldn't I give him the benefit of the doubt until I actually see him get arrested? All I see is BS accusations by scorned bitter hoes. I'm starting to believe women doing this for clout because you mad to say something. You had mad time to say something. Then somebody said y'all believe Winter but didn't believe Kiki. You know, that was a mic drop. But I mean, do you guys get what I'm saying? There's never going to be a space in time where every R. Kelly fan is going to say, I don't support this man because of what he did. That's when you're trying to think perfect world scenarios. And we don't live in a perfect world. And as a people, not just as a black people, we're not a monolith. So there will always be people who, case in point, when we go, I think we should do our Candace Owens video tomorrow. Candace Owens will be open panel. Everybody can come up. If you love her, you hate her, anybody's welcome. Candace Owens is a prime example. Some Black people feel like she is the scum of the earth. Other Black people have come around to her. Conservative Black people love her. In terms of what she's saying, I would like to see her put some of this in writing. This is now just a soundbite for this podcast. If she really experienced this, then I think that it would be to her benefit to probably seek some type of counseling for it, and maybe put it in writing or talk to somebody. Because, just putting it on this podcast, it gets the podcast attention, but the core issue is that she is claiming she was assaulted, and if she was a victim, she deserves justice like anybody else. Who is that? She's on the Bad Girls. She was on the Bad Girls Club. I see two people saying, I'll never accept Candace. Somebody else say, I like Candace. That's why we got to have these conversations. We got like over 4,600 in the chat. I don't know where we are on likes, but y'all definitely hit the like button. We still got a lot to show. Let me go to Storm's page before we do this. Storm is hilarious. Somebody asked about did they take it down already? Did Storm take this down? I think he. Okay, no, he didn't. Okay, so somebody asked about Albie Shore. Albie Shore has been quietly for the last few years coming out and stating truth to power about Diddy. So this is his newest thing to his son. It says, Albie Shore issues message to his son Quincy amid Diddy drama. Come home, you're safe here. I love you, Pops, you're biological. Now, I'm here for this. Right now, Diddy's kids don't technically have Diddy in their corner. He can't. He's fighting on all sides to try to persuade the public that he didn't do any of these things. These kids lost, the majority of these kids, well, all of the children lost their mom. Not all of them. Quincy, King, the twins lost their mom. Having another parent still available, somebody who is not in the mix, not necessarily in the spot like that, I think it would do Quincy some good if he's not as connected to his father. Diddy was always the shiny stepdad, the one who had the money, the clout, and all that kind of stuff. So I would really enjoy seeing him go back to his dad. But in response to that, Storm and Rope put this.
Calm your daddy. 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 Calm your daddy.
If you follow Kaya and T.S. Madison, they were actually talking about Regine to call their dad. Resume. Call your daddy, Lil Wayne. But Storm is hilarious. Anyway, okay, so let's get back to this. So in the replay gang, let me know if you believe what she's saying. Not everybody is a Winter fan. Not everybody believes her, apparently. Do you all believe what Winter is saying about Trey? At this point, it is just another accusation. And are we technically being fair to everybody? Because shouldn't it be innocent until proven guilty? That's the question for today. Oh, my Louisiana accent came out a little bit. Okay, so I want to show you this dude who was exposing Diddy. He didn't even know he was exposing Diddy. Shout out to, I don't know if I can say her name, but a straight shooter sent me this in my DMs, and I was like, okay, I'm definitely gonna share this with y'all.
Hey, I had smoked something that Puffett gave me, and it was as if I had partied like 3 nights straight. It was the craziest. I was like, I'm about to go to the airport. I need something that'll knock me out. I mean, it totally did the opposite. I had smoked something that Puffett gave me. and it was like it was as if I had partied like 3 nights straight. It was the craziest. I was like, I'm about to go to the airport, I need something that'll knock me out. I mean, it totally did the opposite. I was doing crazy dance moves to the weirdest music for 20 minutes straight, like while he was on the phone, and I was just outside the window looking in while he was looking at me like, man.
Y'all, what do you think Diddy allegedly gave this man? What do you think Diddy gave this man, y'all? Hit that like button.
I just wanted someone to go to the airport, just to last me so I can knock out on this flight. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna have my guy. So he goes down, comes back up with his stuff, and the guy shows Puff. And I was like, no. I'm trying to give him like and he said the Snoop Doggy Dog is what he said he's trying to give me. So I was like, oh, yeah, for sure. I want, yeah. What is that? What's up with that? Where's that?
Now, Snoop is somewhere saying, wait, huh? What?
So now why am I in it? And you could have did it. See, I get wrong in the show. Never apologized.
Sounds good. Whatever the hell that is.
Like, what is that? So, long story short, he finally finds it, and he's like, "Oh, here you go." He's like, "Now my guy said take 4 hits and like stop."
All right.
And we didn't.
I just kept going.
So, yeah, and so like he was like, "Come back up in 5 minutes," and I'm 5 minutes, and like had a result for him, like you know what I mean? Like if it was,
and then he's on the phone running his empire.
Yeah,
and you're dancing naked outside of his window.
What do you think that Puffy gave this man allegedly? And shout out to Phaedra, not the one from RHOA. Thank you for the Cash App. Choco Bay, thank you for the Cash App. Kanza, thank you for the Cash App. And Kendra, thank you for the Cash App. A lot of times y'all have to remind me to even put that on the thing because I forget about the Cash App. But thank you guys for supporting my channel. You don't have to, so it means a lot that you do. And then we have the lady who was allegedly pow-powed in the face by Diddy coming out. No, she'd already came out recently, but now that Diddy's newest accusations have come out, she's back.
Since really right after the shooting that it was P. Diddy who shot you. I mean, I think you even said it to the doctor that night, right?
I said it immediately. I literally watched them pull out the guns. I've had a clear point of view. I mean, for God's sake, I got shot in my nose. I was facing them directly. I watched everything occur and have described it, vehemently to all parties involved. I think in our society, we have respectability politics. There are people who want to be adjacent to power or celebrity or money, and there's a hierarchy of respectability. Because his name was more notable, he was believed rather than a victim who gave a first-hand account. By the grace of God, I survived.
Yeah, and this was also a different time. I mean, things were very, very different in 1999. I mean, did you sense right from the beginning that no one believed you?
Well, I don't think that was on my mind. I think first and foremost, I'm a mother. I'm a mother of 3. At the time, I was a mother of 2. And just surviving and getting home to my children was of the utmost importance to me. Being whole and being able to mother them. That was, primary on my list. I didn't have any reason to believe that to think that someone would not believe me. But as things unfolded, it was a very short period of time where I realized that's what in fact was happening.
So as I mentioned, Diddy has denied being the one who pulled the trigger. But this is interesting, Anatanya. Rodney Jones, also known as Little Rod, is now suing Diddy for sexual harassment. That's something that's been in the headlines for the last couple of days. And there's a very interesting quote from his lawsuit that relates back to you that I want to read because it sort of ties all of this together. And it says, Jones claims in the lawsuit, Mr. Combs shared that he was responsible for the shooting in the nightclub in New York City with rapper Shine. He shared that artist and Mr. Combs' girlfriend at the time, Jennifer Lopez, aka J-Lo, carried the gun into the club for him and passed him the gun after he got into an altercation with another individual. So now you have Little Rod in this new lawsuit saying that Diddy told him that he actually was responsible. I mean, what did you think when you read that?
Well, I was incensed for a number of reasons. First and foremost, for the past quarter of a century, he's vehemently denied that he was responsible, even though I knew wholeheartedly, and as so many others who were in the club that night, we all knew he was responsible. A lot of people were afraid for their safety, justifiably so. I mean, the history that has occurred in the last 25 years proves that they were justified in being.
So her story has never changed. Patty, thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate you. Gitched, thank you for the super sticker. Annette says, congratulations, you have 1,000 subs since yesterday. Thank you, Annette. Thank you for all the new subscribers as well. I appreciate all of you guys. Nikki says, Trey is watching that video with Odell Beckham and Bieber on YouTube. Diddy is recording. I haven't seen that video circulating much, but it's sus. I feel like I put that on my channel. I mean, on my Instagram. I feel like I put it on my Instagram the other day. But if I'll check after this live, and if not, I'll put it on my Instagram for those of you guys who haven't seen it. Vanessa, thank you so much for the super sticker. Dr. AC, I truly enjoy your channel. You are hilarious. Thank you. And Lovejoy says, hey, Mims in chat, good live. Thank you, guys. Okay, so let's get into it. Homeland Security officer reportedly said Diddy raid was based off concrete allegations collected from victims. When charges come down, we will get him where he is. Neighbors, it's no secret that Diddy's homes were raided stemming from allegations made in a sex trafficking lawsuit. Well, before busting down his front doors, feds claim they talked to alleged victims who told them exactly what to look out for. Now, I told you guys that I think that alleged victim is going to be Little Rod. Little Rod has consistently gave us little by little, tidbit by tidbit, context clues that he has more receipts, including he was the one that dropped this.
To show you how we have fun and stay out of jail too, and make money.
I think that he gave all of it to the feds. It said in a statement to New York Post, an officer with the Department of Homeland Security said, we believe that there is a disturbing history of sex trafficking. The officer went on to say, we are responding to concrete, detailed, explicit allegations. This is not random. We didn't choose this name out of a hat. We had allegations that we're following up on. Feds collected a number of electronics, including phones and cameras from Diddy's home, associates, and private jet. Now, I talked to somebody in law enforcement, and people were like, well, how is it that Diddy could get away with this? What if he just deletes it? If you have followed, say, Shirley Strawberry husband's Ernest court case, you'll know that even after a computer is wiped, they can still get in there and figure out what images were there. All of that actually does happen. So when people are like, oh, he just got rid of it, you got to think, just because you delete something from iCloud doesn't mean that there aren't servers where that stuff is still there. And what happens is people think, how could you be so stupid? It's not even that Diddy's so stupid. It's that Diddy has gotten away with stuff for so long. You have this invincibility mindset. That is what gets people caught up. You get lax because allegedly you paid off these people. You have dirt on this person. This high-ranking official is scared of you. The victims allegedly are scared of you. And we're going to get into that whole scared of you stuff when I do my... I think we should. Let's do members only live tonight, 7 p.m. Central. Let's do that. Members only. We'll talk about some behind the scenes stuff. But back to this. Yeah, they can figure out all of this shit, y'all. All of it can get figured out. You can't technically really fully delete all of your digital footprint. All of these allegations about him, you know, having wires and stuff put in Kim's house and monitoring everybody and having dirt on all these other major celebrities. It's very difficult once the feds are involved to get rid of this stuff. And technically, if he were to try to delete stuff now or pay somebody to delete it, there is going to be a trail. And all of these lawsuits have indicated that he is not allowed to delete any evidence. We thought he was looking down and out before. Again, Diddy has maintained his innocence. I am just not a person who believes in it. Dude is aging real quick. Real quick. Lil Rod came through and showed out. If you haven't been following me, I read a good percentage of Lil Rod's actual lawsuit. And again, if you're just coming in, we broke this story 2 days ago. It did not hit the regular media, blogs, or anything until yesterday. So the straight shooters had it first. When I tell y'all something's exclusive, it's exclusive. But back to this. Feds claim there are specific people that Diddy allegedly communicated with that they are looking for additional proof of. This includes photos, emails, texts, itineraries, and more. The officer says that they are getting a lot of cooperation from alleged victims. Diddy hasn't been charged with anything while the investigation is underway. However, the officer said he is free right now to do what he wants, but he is aware that if charges come down, we will get him wherever he is. Down and out. But back to people defending him. Back to, I was surprised when I heard this. I don't put too much into Budden, but this is what he had to say. I was surprised.
You don't have no plausible deniability with Homeland at your house. You did something.
And with your private jet?
It's dog. It's over for that best case scenario shit you're talking about. There is nothing to say that Puff is on the run, nor has he been charged with anything. So we want to be very clear in that.
True.
But we niggas.
Now, y'all, what's interesting about this is 2 days after Diddy sells his Revolt shares to, I think we have the information now. Shout out to Storm Monroe. I think he was the first person to cover this. 2 days after Essence magazine owner Richelieu Dennis is reportedly the mystery buyer of Diddy's Revolt TV. Out with the old, in with the new. Earlier this week, news broke that Diddy sold all of his shares of Revolt TV to a mystery buyer. Reports of the sale followed several assault allegations surrounding the record executive and his homes being raided by the Department of Homeland Security. Now, the next thing that somebody's going to need to find out is, was this man ever at any of Diddy's parties? Because the conspiracy theories are going to come out, and I know it. By this time, I already know what the conspiracy theorists are going to say. This man was at a party. Diddy got some dirt on him, and that's why he bought it. And then when the dust settles, he'll give it back to Diddy. Y'all, I know how everybody be thinking now. We don't know, but I'm guaranteeing you somebody is looking and scouring all Diddy party images to see if this man was ever there. But anyway, back to Budden actually saying something that is, in my eyes, surprising. Budden normally wouldn't say nothing like this while Diddy was the owner of Revolt.
So, and we from where we from. Mm-hmm. So we look at this through that lens, and this is a wrap.
Yeah.
Not only is this a wrap, this is about to get much worse.
I agree. It is.
This is about to get bad. I'm going to say that Puff is on the run, nor has he been charged with anything. So we want to be very clear in that.
True.
But
you would know. There isn't a link. I don't know if I could. Let me see if I could share it in the chat. I'm not sure. Let me try to share the membership link real quick. Let's see. Copy link address. Okay, I'm gonna share that in the chat for anybody who wants to join the membership. Link to, I don't know if it'll work if I do it this way. If not, you can always find it in the description of the video. Okay. Let's see. Now on to Tyrese again.
It's like there's so much shit coming across our timelines that we just don't care anymore. We don't care. So I don't want anyone to confuse me for, last night before I went to sleep, I was praying. I found myself praying for Diddy's kids. I was thinking about.
You can't be worried more about Diddy's kids than he is. Shouldn't he be worried about Diddy's kids? Shouldn't Diddy be worried more about his kids than Tyrese? You don't even want to pay your own child support.
Oh, Justin and Christian Combs, and thinking about the twins who go to school with my daughter. My daughter and his twins have been at pretty much every birthday party. And then I'm just thinking to myself, see, a lot of people will go after Diddy, beat him down for whatever he's either did or being accused of, allegedly. And then it's all about him, right? And I was thinking about the family. I was thinking about the kids. I was thinking about, now it seems like there's so much wild shit coming across our timelines. The stress of yesterday, I went home and all of a sudden I'm in handcuffs at the house. It's just trying my best to see things through the lens of the kids, not just him specifically. And then I wanted him to know, irregardless of what he's being accused of and going through, as Minister Louis Farrakhan said, when a man is down, don't laugh at him. Don't make a mockery of him. Don't beat him down. Don't beat him down with your words. You don't have to agree with what somebody did. You don't have to even want to be associated with what somebody did. But everybody deserves prayer. The stress of yesterday, I went home. And
I do think that everybody deserves prayer, but I do find it interesting that you are in any way kind of like, it feels like you are trying to coddle him. And again, you can't coddle Diddy, but then also coddle the victim. Like, I don't get it, Tyrese. We know Tyrese has his own issues, but it continued. Akbar questions why Black people aren't concerned about Diddy's children amid controversy. Nobody's even trying to spare his effing daughters on this internet. The only skin color that will probably go against each other. Now, Akbar, I don't mind Akbar. I think she's a talented rapper, but you had your own issues with, you know, your kids and custody and all that kind of stuff. You know, people are always going to say, were you really technically this concerned about your own? Now, Diddy's allegations are absolutely disgusting. And it is important to say that we don't know if his allegations are accurate or true. Right now, we're just a court of public opinion. He has not been charged with anything. But why are you jumping into this? I don't even think that's the right mindset to have. You can feel bad for the children. They lost their mom. Their dad is involved in something really disgusting. But I don't get this mindset. I don't get why it feels like people are protecting him as opposed to speaking truth to power. What do you get out of this? You're not even in his camp. You're more in like Nicki Minaj's camp. I don't get it. I really try. But it's, you know, Uncle Luke.
Campaign, matter of fact, I'm going to generate a couple $100,000 or $1 million to put in your campaign. You win the seat.
Uncle Luke suggests that Diddy suing beverage company Diageo in 2023 for racial discrimination is why federal agents are targeting him for trafficking. Uncle Luke, of all people. Uncle Luke. Uncle Luke, who some people say he did, some people say he didn't, introduced a very young Gloria Velez, an underage Gloria Velez, to an Aaron Hall. That's what they say. They met on his set. You had an underage girl as a dancer in an Uncle Luke video, allegedly.
You didn't call up the president. President didn't say, hey, look here, man, nominate this mother right here. So now you got the state judge. So then now you Black man who don't own these people company, you want to talk all your cash money and you want to go after these people. What ends up happening? They start the smear campaign because they down with the media.
So it's not possible that he did any of these things. It's just because a Black man sued a large corporation. Okay.
Gotta smear you before you go into the courtroom of your peers. They go, okay, we can't settle with this dude. We'll have no voice of reason. He want to act crazy. Now we're going to go after you. Now we're going to call up our same senator. Hey, man, I need you, man, go issue a search warrant, man. I need you to drag this. And I'm going to max out in your campaign. Matter of fact, I'm in the hood. That's what we call. I want you to drag his. I want you to have all kind of allegations. So by the time he come in this courtroom, he going to wish he know we're going to take every dime you got Because we made you. You didn't make us. God damn it. You with my stock. You my money. You me. I'm gonna you. I'm gonna break you out to the lowest term. That's how this go, boss. So when you people that put that bread in your pocket that made you, they're gonna take you down to the lowest terms. Sound like the movie Scarface. Bingo. That's how they do.
I'm gonna have to take that. Bingo.
So you go, they done smeared your name. By the time you get in the courtroom, you lost already. Because
now, y'all, it's very interesting because the allegation is that's what Diddy is about to do to the woman who he's trying to unmask in the Jane Doe lawsuit. The belief is once Diddy is actually able to talk about her or have people talk about her in public, they will try to smear her name. Similarly to what we saw in Little Rod's lawsuit that I read to you 2 days ago, where it said that Diddy was having somebody reach out to his baby mamas, his family members, even talking to his 8-year-old daughter to get dirt on him. He is alleging the same thing that we're hearing about Diddy. Very interesting, y'all. Keep your eyes open. Listen to what people say and then question people's own motives. That's what I do. I question everybody's motives for everything. I use both halves of my brain. So I'm listening to you say these things, but these are the same allegations that are being made about Diddy, that he will smear the person in the public eye until court comes and that person's name is nothing.
because you're sitting up there with a jury looking at you like a pedophile, and you probably ain't never touched a little girl in your life. In the hood, that's what we call it. I want you to drag, and you're trying to sue this major corporation, this major respectable corporation, and they're going to say how many people they employ, how many people, and half the people on the jury drink they half of the people on the jury, children walking around with their paraphernalia on. You get ready to sue them, and they'd have made you through the media, they'd have made you a crazy man, and they'd have made you a goddamn pedophile, they'd have made you everything that you're not. And you're trying to.
So
that was not expected.
That was the most bullshit I've heard in a long time, y'all. The most bullshit. But I'm not surprised that Uncle Luke would have that to say, honestly.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
Purely says, thanks for the super chat. Winter did an interview with Troy's TV stating that she had dated Justin Combs and was intimidated by Diddy into getting terminating the pregnancy. Damn, I'll have to check that out. Thank you for that, Purely. Let's see. Happy says, do you have any info on underground tunnel leading to and from the Playboy Mansion? No, but I'll look into that, Happy. Rebecca, J-Lo should be investigated for lying to the court about the NYC club shooting Sean Combs committed. She was an accomplice as far as I'm concerned. Well, according to Cassie, there were times that Diddy made her hold his, pow-pows. And in Little Rod's thing, he stated that Diddy said, the same thing about J-Lo. But I don't know that would get opened. I think in this situation, Diddy is the big fish. And anybody who he might have information on in this RICO claim. Thank you, Rebecca. I know you effing lying. Thank you for being a member. Queen of Hearts as well. Thank you for being a member. Lovejoy. Thank you for becoming a member. BLW. Thank you for becoming a member. Sharon, thank you for the super sticker. Oh, wow. These are a lot of new members. So I'm going to thank all of you guys at once. Thank you. It's Hawks, Sharnessa, Naturally Mar, Nikki Dickerson, Tracy Renee, Danita Lundy. Thank you guys for becoming members. I appreciate you. Is this Shannon Van? If this is Shan and Van, but Shan, thank you for becoming a member. Reality T says, see you in the members live. This is just the beginning. Seem like maybe they are still scared still. They are. We'll talk about it. Okay. So I wanted to show you guys this. Oh no, this is funny. This is just funny. Odell Beckham, a night out with his mom. His mom looks great. He's trying to replenish all of the blackness that Kim Kardashian sucked out of him. Took his youth and his blackness, and when she didn't get all the publicity she wanted from dating him, she dumped him. Maybe she dumped him after she saw that Justin Bieber video. Okay, so to Wendy. Now, y'all know I'm not a big fan of Wendy's brother, but he had this update to say on Wendy. It says, Wendy Williams' brother Tommy claims controversial Lifetime doc didn't exploit TV hosts, but helped shed light on a serious situation. Let's see. Not everyone disapproves of the controversial Wendy Williams docuseries. The famed media personality's brother recently offered his support of the project, seemingly arguing that it allowed for a much-needed conversation about struggles many people face. Now, that I agree with. However, I don't think that she made enough money. I showed you guys how much she made when I reviewed it. I don't think it was enough money. And I also told you guys that she is facing a lien on her home that she's not even living in. It's just been sitting vacant while Wendy has been getting help. That the money that they paid her for a documentary that broke records for Lifetime, I do think that's exploitation. Wendy Williams' brother Tommy Williams gave his thoughts about the project during a recent interview. I don't think it was Wendy that was exploited. I believe it was the situation that's being exploited. And if sharing Wendy's situation is opening things up, well, then that's the delivery and intention. I think the intention was money. That's why that's why we had Sean still there, and that's also why we had the manager still there. They got a cut of that money. So if Wendy got like $400,000 for this whole project, Will got a cut. Sean was getting paid. No, there's no money coming in. They're out the door. Sean would be her publicist that she told you need lipo. As we've been covering, the two-part docuseries garnered widespread backlash following its release on February 24th and 25th, as many feel that Wendy Williams, 59, was taken advantage of amid her health crisis. The documentary was originally meant to chronicle the TV host's comeback following the cancellation of her talk show. However, the project quickly shifted into something else. Y'all, I told you guys I now have 1 degree of separation from this. I'm going to go ahead and reach back out to that 1 degree of separation. I don't know how much I'm allowed to say. So that's why I don't just blurt it out. But I was told that I would be kept in the loop as to what might be needed to help Wendy get back to her family. So once I have clearance on that, I will definitely let you know. I'm also waiting to hear back on whether or not we can get an interview with one of the people from the Nickelodeon docuseries that just came out about, the kids that were taken advantage of and assaulted and abused on the set of the Nickelodeon shows. Sometimes I feel like there's not enough time in the day. Booty Butter says, all I know is the Diddler's water comes out burnt. Oh my God. Thank you, Booty Butter. Tanya Austin, thank you for becoming a member. Waterfalls 14 and Felicia, thank you too for becoming a member. And Van Nicole says, it's crazy how everyone will make excuses for the ones they like. On top of that, I hear the celebrities saying, pray for the kids when one of them children are named in the lawsuit. Now, that is a good point. That is a very good point. I think that they're talking about the two girls who lost their mom and now they're going through this. If Diddy goes down, they're technically probably going to lose their mom. Lose their dad. It's not a great situation for the underage kids. But I want to hear from you guys because I know Diddy still has fans. Y'all are in my inbox. And I know Trey Songz still has fans. Do you guys feel like we are being unfair to them by covering these stories before they are actually technically charged with anything? If you have those feelings, let me know. If you can say it in the chat, it's cool with me. I'm a kind of content creator who, whether you agree with me or not, I still want to hear what you're saying as long as you're respectful. If you're not respectful, then it's a problem. Tanya Austin, thank you so much for the super sticker. And Tammy Dunn, thank you for the super sticker. You guys, again, thank you guys. We hit 150,000 subscribers yesterday. Our new goal is 160,000. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you're not new to the channel, please like the video on your way out. 7 p.m. tonight, we're going to do the members only live where I kind of tell you guys some of the back stuff on like Fox Soul, what's going on there. Also, some stuff on Diddy, just like some background stuff, YouTube stuff, situations with other YouTube content creators and things like that. What's up, Cardi B? Von Nicole says, I'm not God and I don't forgive people who hurt women and kids. I hear you, Vaughn. And Madeline, thank you for becoming a member. Guys, I got to run. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate all the support. And if you know anybody who has been...
Have you ever been swallowed up? Swallowed up?
You are more than welcome to talk about it. We want to hear about it. Anyway, bye, y'all. Have a good one.